y'all know where we'll be at. I'm trying to change the color of your mood ring. This a mood swing, this a mood thing. Y'all know how we do things. Mood swing the podcast, and we pop like a loud blast.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Swing one in the building. You already know what it is. How y'all doing? How all three of y'all? Thank you and welcome to Mood Swing, the podcast. Swing Vision is definitely in the building. I'd like to give a quick shout out to everybody that came, even though ain't nobody here yet, but I'd like to shout you out anyway. We got a special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? She ain't no stranger to what we doing. You know what I'm saying? She been around since Who's Ranking Radio days. It goes down like that. I need y'all to put y'all hands together right now for my girl, your girl, nationally known, Shay Shiz, the big. Shay Shiz, what's happening?
I can't hear you.
What you mean you can't hear me?
I can't hear a thing, but hey, hold on.
I can hear you just fine. Well, luckily.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Hey, you got me?
Yep, I hear you now. What's that?
What you doing, Shay? All the way from sunny California. Now, are you in Southern?
Yeah, I'm 10 minutes from LAX.
LAX? Now, is that the hood?
No.
So you ain't on Crenshaw?
No, not quite. No.
You ain't in the jungle?
No.
You ain't on Normandy and Webster, nigga. No, LA, so you got an airport.
Yes.
So how do you like LA? Wait, before we get started, let me explain who you is. One more time, put your hands together for Shay Shiz, y'all. So to the people that don't know, what exactly do you do, my dear?
What don't I do? Well, on this lovely
flyer
flyer
what you get paid for.
What I get paid for.
Yeah.
I work for a school district with special needs adults, so I'm a special education instructional assistant.
Oh, nice. And you're also a what?
Not really. I also drive. So I drive Uber. I drive Hop Skip Drive, which is Uber for kids.
Not the Hop Skip Drive.
Oh yeah, I'm also the owner and founder of a special little candle company called 44th Avenue Candles.
Say that then. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've had the pleasure to get some of them candles, and they smell really well, by the way.
Thank you.
The candles is off the chain. Thank you very much. Now,
I appreciate it.
You're also an artist, and you like to keep that on the low, but I ain't gonna let you. Not this evening.
Oh goodness! I mean, I sing a little here and there. I rap a little here and there.
A little here and there. Do you know how many albums that you're on that's running around the world, courtesy of Do For Self?
Right.
You're pretty known.
Before Do For Self, it was Rebel Firm. Shout out to Rebel Firm.
Come on. Gospel, and that was a gospel group, right? What you call it? Gospel,
yeah. Faith-based,
yeah. Now, since we got you on the spot, can we get a hot 16? How about a hot 8? How about a cool 8?
No,
come on, digging one of them Rebel songs.
I haven't rapped in so long. It's not even funny. I don't even remember my lyrics. I really got to go practice. I promise I do. Next week. Next time. You
sure? You don't want no
I promise. Next time. I'm going to practice.
I can give you a quick. Hey, DQ in the building. What's happening? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, my man DQ always going to come through. Young journalist in the building.
Hey.
Hey, DQ. Yeah. See, I be having to navigate through all this to see who's on here. So right now we on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and at least somebody listening. Okay, hello. So let's get to our subject real quick. So I seen a post yesterday, courtesy of my man Devon. I don't want to mess up his last name. I believe it's Mariner, and he used to own the label with D Black. Remember his label, D Black and Fatal Luciano?
Oh
What was the name of that
yeah.
label? It's on the tip of my tongue. My fault, D. But he posted something, and he was just posting it trying to be funny. He really wasn't saying anything about the post itself, but he was just kind of laughing at the comments. I had to reiterate that. But what he was saying was, Macklemore was saying that white people borrow hip hop. They don't live there. Like it's a black person's world, is what he was saying. Do you agree?
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack about that. First of all, whenever we talk about things belonging to black people, folks get really upset, really butthurt, get their panties all in a bunch.
Right.
Because and I do believe that, music is universal.
Universal.
But let's just be honest, like we made everything when it
Right.
comes to music.
I wouldn't take away from we invented it. Okay.
Right.
Trying to
Yeah.
yeah. But at the same time, I don't think Eminem I don't know how Eminem thinks, but I don't think he agrees with like what he said. I thought it was kind of weird that he just drugged Eminem into how he felt about hip hop. I know Eminem was sitting around like, what? But
okay, so I'm not gonna. I don't remember what it was, but there was some. It was years ago, like before all the social media stuff. It was probably like an MTV, something like that, and they did like the little roster and tried to figure out who was the best rapper alive, and they put this person next to that person, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go with this one, like the brackets,
right?
And somehow, some way, Eminem was the best rapper alive after all of that. And I just kind of sat there like this.
How'd that make you feel?
It was funny. Huh?
How'd that make you feel?
It was funny because everybody in it that was doing the bracket, they had the same look I did. They were kind of like, oh, this is who we picked.
Like alive? Like ever? Like, don't get me wrong. He's dope.
I don't even remember. It was so many years ago. It's probably like 15 years ago. But
I'm just saying he's dope, period. He's a dope. Eminem's a dope MC. You can't take that from him. Even when he was battling Go ahead. You said
I
what?
cannot take that
you cannot.
I cannot take that from him.
So I remember one thing in particular he kind of said, I don't remember how he rhymed it, but he was battling Jermaine Dupri, and he told Jermaine Dupri he's better off just beating him up than to try to mess with him on the mic. See, like Eminem's dangerous on the mic. Like he's not scared. He'll battle anybody. Like he might get drop kicked or beat up or whatever, but he's gonna talk his stuff. You feel me? But I don't think Macklemore is dangerous like that. And I don't think he's ever been. Like he's a dope lyricist, but I don't think he's ever like. He's always been kind of too humble. Like hip hop is a competitive sport. Oh, you're kind of freezing up.
I'll be 100% honest. I don't really listen to Macklemore like that. The only song by Macklemore I know is that one that was like really big, and it was kind of like,
I
I forgot about that one. Take that back. I know like 3 Macklemore songs.
That's the one I knew.
But I'm thinking about the one like the ceiling can't hold us. That one.
Yeah,
yeah. Right?
Yeah, he's right. Like pop. Yeah.
I mean, between that and the pops and tags, I just always thought of Macklemore as just basically a party song type dude. Not to mention the fact that his overall vibe, whenever he would be interviewed, was just basically kind of just everybody live and let live. I'm just here to have fun and make music. I'm not really trying to do a whole lot. Even his affiliation with ACLU, I mean, ACLU backs everybody. So like he really can't beef with anybody because he backs somebody that backs. I don't see them in the same category because like you said, Eminem can be a battle rapper and Macklemore just be having fun.
Right. Yeah, Eminem's dope.
Because I really don't listen to. But
TQ said, I think he said white folks will always be guests and never the host. Right. That is what he said. What's up, Savvy? I see Contour in the building. 48th in the building. Hey, Devon's in here. What's up, D? So I think so do you remember the incident with him and with Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar back in the day? And it was that like they had won some award, and I think Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar was up together, and Macklemore ended up winning, and he made a post saying something like I'm sorry I beat you, or something, I'm sorry they picked, or something. Like he's always been kind of, for wait in the building, he's always been kind of like, yeah, just kind of.
Nah, I don't remember that at all. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I remember it. I don't remember it word for word, but I do remember it. You know what I'm saying? That's funny. I just thought, and Macklemore, shout out to Macklemore, man. He did it. He's from the town. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He's breaking barriers, but at the same time, geez, just gonna keep.
Do we have a caller?
No, not for no, we don't. Yeah, he's just not really dangerous like that, and I think he should be. I think he should be dangerous. I think he should pop his stuff and be like, fuck that. I'm hip hop, and anybody wants some could get some type stuff. Like I think. Like I'm not beefing with the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. I like it's competitive. That's what we do. I'd rather in battle and go back and forth than kill each other any day.
True.
What you think? You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Talk about his mama. Talk about his kids. Tell him he can't say the N-word no more.
Well, I mean, the thing about hip hop is hip hop, like all other forms of Black music, is basically rooted in struggle. I mean, Kool Herc, where did he move from? He moved from, was it Jamaica? One of those islands to New York. And, like they didn't really have a whole lot and they just had to make their fun where they could. So he's just plugging stuff into the lights. Sockets having parties out on the street. And like when you think about that, when you think about the blues, when you think about jazz, when you think about like gospel music, like because I sing in church now. I don't do a whole lot of secular events and I don't listen to a whole lot of secular music anymore.
God. I
do from time to time, but I just, because that's not where I'm at. But I went to a predominantly white Christian school. So I went to Christian school K through 12. And even the songs that we sang in white spaces for Christians are vastly different from the songs that we sing in Black spaces for Christians. And it's just like all of our gospel songs, all of our gospel hymns are so rooted in struggle. Like I'm coming up the rough side of the mountain. Lord Jesus, help me. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Like white people weren't singing that. They were singing as the deer pants for the water. Though my soul, like they weren't singing struggle songs like and that's basically what I feel like most of our music is. It's rooted in a deep like generational struggle that generationally has been passed down. And even though we've come up, we're still not, we're still second-class citizens in this country, basically worldwide, because like Africans can't even go into spaces in Africa. So it's just, that's just what we do. We find joy and we find pleasure in things. And then when we do that, people take it and they're like, oh, this is cool. Let's do it too. And so I just kind of feel like.
I thought it was a little unfair when Macklemore first started getting this spot and everybody was like, Macklemore ain't from the hood. And I'm like, dang, do you got to be from the hood to know how to rap though? You know what I mean?
I don't think you do. I don't think you have to be from the
it was
hood
invented
specifically.
right. I think it was invented for cats in the hood to like get out the hood, like, you know what I'm saying, to have something to fall back on instead of what we was used to. But it kind of changed over the years. So real quick, Devon said a lot of people don't know about Macklemore's battle history. That's right, here in Seattle, and he had an album before the rest of
I
the
didn't know that.
world. That's true. That's true. And he used to throw a little $5.
I'm really trying to figure out how Seattle is so small, and all these people I be seeing that be coming from Seattle that make big. I've never seen them in any of these spaces. I didn't know. I had never seen Macklemore nowhere.
You didn't?
Where have I been? Where have I been?
You was in church. You was in church singing them old Negro spirituals. That's right, D. That's right. You're right. And he did his thing. But not but. I mean, but.
He probably got tired of battling.
He probably did. He probably got
tired of battling. I mean, because for what? Like,
didn't he used to be a chop suey a lot too?
Oh, that would make sense. But it's just like, as a white male in America, why would you want to battle when you really don't have to? You don't have to spend your life battling.
That's not true. Eminem didn't grow up privileged. He was in a trailer park.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He was in a trailer park in 8 Mile, and a lot of cats can't even survive out there. You know what I'm saying? Like how you got some people that are just, I don't know the word. Some white people just are white. Like I got a homeboy named George, Gene and George. Rest in peace, George. And they was white, but they was black. If that makes sense. Like does that make sense? Like Bubby, you know what I'm saying? Some people just grew up in the hood, and that's all they know.
Like trailer park is white people hood.
No, he grew up around black people in the trailer park too. White trash, black people. It's Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Midwest. Yeah. So a lot of people can't even survive up there. I know Gene. Yeah, Gene. Yeah, my guy. And one time we was kicking it like it's just I don't want to get too into it, but some people just like that, and some people ain't. You could tell when they faking it, and you could tell that if that's who they is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of be feeling like I don't want to put a color on hip hop. Myself.
Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Shout out to Andrew. He's in where are you at? Indonesia. That's it.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Say word. So real quick, tell us how we can get some of them candles, man.
Well, 44th Avenue is the name.
Square. 44th Avenue.
Yeah, so 44th Avenue candles.com or 44thave.com. Either way, it's going to take you there. Or you can just Google 44th Avenue candles. But my candle company is named after the street that I grew up on, 44th Avenue in Seattle, Washington, South End.
South End.
And I can't say "cut" out here because I live in LA. But
you can't say "cuz."
No, I can't.
You can't wear orange.
No, I'm not going to do it here. But but yeah, it 44th Avenue is the candle company that feels like home, because I believe that no matter where you are, you should have some space, some place that feels like home to you. And hopefully our candles can help you in that pursuit of hominess. So I named it after the street I grew up on, which is 44th Avenue. So look up 44th Avenue candles, or you can go to our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our TikTok page, all of that.
I don't know
Google
if you can see
me.
Instagram, but DQ said he said you was 4 blocks off, because we from 48. And he said she could have been cool. But hey, okay, so explain to him how. So we used to have a show on Who's Ranking called Nocturnal at 9.
Nocturnal at 9.
And it was me, Shay, and Snickers, and we was called the Triangle. Can you explain why we was the Triangle?
Snickers.
Can you explain why we was the Triangle?
Because there was 3 of us, and that was the only shape.
No. You really don't remember? So we was a triangle because we was all in the south end, and we was all on different corners, and it was kind of shaped.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Just tore my store, and it was kind of shaped like a triangle. So I was on 48th, she was on 44th, and what was Snacks?
Snacks was on Beacon. Well, not far from Beacon Hill. She was like,
yeah. So it was like the shape of a triangle. So we was the triangle, and
that's right. I forgot about that.
DQ said he gonna start a rival candle company called 48th. Yeah, you out of bounds.
Listen, we can all get this money. You feel me?
So, like,
I'm not mad at it.
Are your candles like smell good? Are they like massage oils? Do you be using them on your husband? You be putting candle wax in his bustle?
My candles are luxury. My candles are luxury coconut wax. It is
not luxury coconut wax.
Yeah, it's a luxury wax. It's one of the
softest waxes
on the market.
So it's
edible. Coconut oil. I would not eat them. It's coconut oil.
Listen, let me tell you something. The Bible says something about doing stuff once you're married, so you can put that wax wherever you want to put it.
Undefiled, but it did not say anything about.
Thank you, Jesus.
Say anything about eating candles. Amen. Yeah. So my candles, I don't put dyes in them because I do use them as massage oils, and I wouldn't want dyes to get into people's skin and make them sick. And our fragrances are Bath and Body safe, and so you are at total liberty to use the candle wax as massage oils. Coconut wax is one of the softest wax on the market, which is why its burn temperature isn't that high. So if you touch it and it's hot, it doesn't burn me. But I wholeheartedly suggest test area first, because don't sue me, because I got attorneys. So all
right. So can you use them? Hey, what's up, TP Gates in the building, still keeping it 100. Yeah. That's been my guy since day one. Can you use them as massage oils?
I just said yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. You said okay, but you said don't sue you because you might get burnt.
I said if you use them fresh after you blow out the flame, to test it first.
Oh,
because okay. I don't want you to burn yourself. Like my tolerance for the wax is maybe higher than others. It might be than others. So I'm just saying, for you,
how do you figure out
you being anybody?
How do you figure out one's wax tolerance?
I've been burned a lot. I've been doing candles forever.
I know that's right. Okay.
Yeah, candles are a thing.
So you're coming up.
I did want to address the question when we were talking about this topic earlier. You had mentioned, what did Macklemore say about hip hop, about white people being hosts?
He said, I got it. Hold on, let me go find the comments. He said, white folks will always be guests and never hosts because hip hop is a black person's world, something like that.
Macklemore said that.
Tell me if Eminem was. Oh, DQ said, tell me if Eminem was black. Tell me if Eminem was black, he would not be considered a GOAT. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I think he would. If did I say Macklemore? I meant Eminem. He said, tell me if Eminem was black, he wouldn't be considered a GOAT. I think he would be.
If Eminem was black, I'm sure he would be considered a GOAT. But I mean, there's just so many more things that play into the.
How come people don't want to just admit he's dope though? It's like,
no, I totally admit that. I don't have a problem with that.
Come on,
I have a problem with that. I'm just saying, when we were discussing this earlier, we were talking about how like hip hop is like a conversation between cousins. It's like a conversation between cousins, and your neighbor happens to walk up, and like you cool with your neighbor like lives next to you. Y'all might go to the same school, but your cousin is your blood. Your cousin like has the same family background, the same family traumas, the same jokes at the cookout, all that stuff. And you having a conversation with your cousin, and you let your neighbor just kind of, you know, listen to the conversation that you're having with your cousin. And every now and again, the neighbor might want to chime in. Cool.
Right.
We're all having a conversation, but don't, so as the neighbor, come over here and take over my family's conversation. Like, I mean, that's kind of how I looked at it a little bit. But yeah, I'm all for white rappers.
Well, instead of them being a guest of hip hop, they could be the neighbor of hip hop. Is that politically correct?
I don't know. That was just a scenario, or a, what's it called? Man, I lost her. Not a metaphor. Metaphor?
So like,
metaphor? Yeah, metaphor.
Remember when Run DMC and LL was cracking back in that era? You was like 2, if you're even born yet. But the Beastie Boys came out, right? The Beastie Boys came out.
I might have been too.
And they was like
that was like
they was like punk rockers though. They didn't even like, and they just were dope. Like they were dope. I was like, what the fuck? Especially for that era, they were hella dope. And nobody really tripped off of them. They might maybe a little bit, but not really. They went platinum as hip hop artists. But some people do say, like, you know, they always come in and taking our shit. You know, and they always gotta come in. Just let me tell you an experience I had just recently. I went to Tacoma.
Hip hop has affirmative action.
What happened? Who's that?
My cousin Dee Dee said hip hop has affirmative action too.
So listen, so I went to Tacoma, and I was like, "Ooh, I need a soul food spot," because you know Tacoma got some bomb soul food spots, right? So I just Googled soul food spots, and this one came up, and I think it was called Southern Kitchen or whatever. I was like, "Cool." Even the name sounded.
Southern Kitchen on 6th.
I don't know what it was on, but I pulled up, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." I walked in, and it wasn't no black people there. It wasn't no black people eating there. Wasn't no black people cooking. It was white people cooking, Mexican people's cooking. I was like, what the? And I was like, man, should I leave? Like, I've been bamboozled. And they had
Southern Kitchen in Tacoma?
Yeah, it might not have been Southern Kitchen. It was Southern something. It was off of it was kind of in the hood. I felt like it was like off of 38th or something. And it was all white people. And Mexicans, and like I ain't got nothing against white people and Mexicans, but I was just kind of like, so I asked the lady what I ordered my food, and I was like, "Hey, is the owners from here, or you know what I'm saying? What are they from down south?" She was like, "No, they're from Korea." I was like, "What?" She was like, "I know it's weird, right?"
Koreans are really out here like figuring out stuff. There are these Korean gospel singers, and I don't even think they speak the language. I don't think they speak the language. I don't even think they know exactly what they're saying. I think they just know how songs go. Kind of like when Selena was singing Spanish but didn't speak Spanish. So like she knew how to sing the song, but she didn't know what she was saying. I think, and they got it down. Like they got the little ad libs, and all those in there. And I'm just like,
here's what I don't like, though. Here's what I don't like. What if we didn't know what we were saying and we started singing Korean music? They'd be looking at us like, kill them. Or if I opened up a teriyaki spot and it was just all black people, you know what I mean? Like I'll be like, how can they just do that? Like, how can they, like, how many black businesses have you seen in Chinatown?
I think the problem just all the way around is that race relations.
That was a question.
No.
No, I'm saying
Why was it? The only Chinese restaurant I know that's been owned by a black man is that one on Rush Hour when Chris Tucker's cousin owned the Chinese restaurant. That's the only one I'm aware of.
Okay, that wasn't real.
And
I'm talking about in real. I'm
right,
talking about in real life. Well, I did. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I knew this one place. I knew this place in Burien where this black dude had married this Korean lady. And he was back there cooking the pho. I did see that, and they were like part owner, but that's different. Somebody was Asian in there. You know what I'm saying? This was just all they was in there. They had, and I was like, he was like, well, before we bought the restaurant, we got the recipe from the guy that cooked here for a long time. I was like, oh, what was he? She was like Mexican. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't mad.
I think the overall problem is just basically our absolute.
We too nice.
Our absolute. Well, yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely that. Yeah. But I think just in this country, like people really don't want to talk face racial issues. They like to skirt around them. They like to talk about them. They like to deflect. They like to blame. They like to not take responsibility. This is just jumping from group to group. And I think until we have an honest conversation about race relations, we're always going to have this. Because, I mean, I just feel like black people, let's just be 100, black people brought to this country on slave ships. We were never meant to be here as citizens. We were never meant to be here as creators. We were never meant to be here as people of substance. We were brought here specifically for labor. And anything else that came out of it, they were not expecting. And so since we were brought over here for labor, and since we were brought over here and basically owned by people, I just feel like the entire country feels that anything that black people create is available to be owned by anybody except black people. And I just find it interesting how nobody has a problem. Like LA is on the West Coast, and it's in a very liberal state, but it's funny to me how absolutely segregated this city is, because there is Koreatown, there is Little Ethiopia, there is Little Armenia. Like they've got all these different parts of LA where people basically just kind of stick with themselves, and there's no problem with a Koreatown. There's no problem with a Chinatown. There's no problem with a Little Armenia, but let there be a little black town. And then everybody's going to have a fit and be like, oh, you can't do that. That's racist. Well, first of all, if we kind of knew where we came from, it would be great. And we could, you know, have our pride like Italians have their pride, like British have their pride, like Irish have their pride. But that's not our fault. That's their fault, because they brought us over here and they didn't keep tracks.
I know where I'm from. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I'm from the west side of Africa. Shout out to Africa Town. Yes, sir. DQ said, was the food good? No, you know what?
Africa Town is even cool. People don't have a problem with Africa Town.
Right. The soul food place missed the mark a little bit. It missed the mark, but it was I seen what they was trying to do. I appreciated their effort. Like, it wasn't like horrible, like, but it wasn't like, you know, you go to a soul food spot, you was like, first of all, we ain't supposed to be eating that shit, no way. But they was close.
Not necessarily. If you cook it right, use fresh ingredients, you can get some soul food that isn't too terribly unhealthy. I've just been watching that documentary on Hulu about soul food and its origins.
This nigga said, have you ever seen a Chinese food restaurant commercial? Not really. I might have Panda
Express?
Yeah, Panda Express. I was about to say, but they're like commercial Chinese food. They ain't real. They like Taco Bell. Mexicans be like, that's not the real tacos.
Yeah. But I just feel like until we can be honest about our place and our history here, keep sidestepping, then I feel like we're just gonna keep coming upon these situations. Like, what was that song? Outkast had Hollywood Divorce. Basically, we make all this stuff, people take it, and then we just keep making new stuff for more people.
Sing the song. You gonna give me a hot 16. Do a cover, Outkast, real quick.
A is from Adamsville, B is for Born Home, C if I can't say that word. Never mind.
And I get a couple of grapes.
Stars off like a small town marriage. Married wife and life, baby carriage.
Okay, you better hit that note.
You know what? Is this like set up for music? For music audio?
Huh? What'd you say?
Is the audio set up for like songs, music, stuff?
I mean, it would be like if you wasn't on AOL. Your internet keeps going. It would be if you wasn't on Spectrum. Hey, do you remember
Spectrum?
Do you remember the movie phone? Hello and welcome to AOL movie phone. Rated R. You remember that shit?
Yeah, that was for millennials.
Yeah, I remember I was trying to
I don't know about that.
I was trying to do dial-up. I was using dial-up trying to do MySpace. They finally tore it down. MySpace was abandoned for years. That's dope.
I tried to go different. I didn't know what it was.
There you go. Your Spectrum's tripping, homie. Okay, say it again. Say it slow. This is my gaming chair, boy.
Said I tried to. What in the world?
No, it is my
gaming chair. I tried to go on MySpace some time ago, and it looked totally different. It looked like Apple Music, basically.
Did it? No, you remember Black Planet? Don't act like you wasn't on Black Planet. Don't act like you wouldn't. I ain't never met nobody else.
I remember it.
Wait, but do you remember the talk line though? You keep freezing the talk line, and when somebody hits you up, you go ding dong. Savvy said you need to upgrade. I don't even want to
talk about.
How many people you meet over there?
You know, I need to hook up to the actual. I need to hook up to the actual to the modem.
You ain't hooked up to the modem? Are you kidding me? So what are you on? Hotspot?
No, I'm on the Wi-Fi. I don't know where my Ethernet is. My bad.
I met a girl on that talk line, and we still cool to this day. She's one of my best friends.
I have boyfriends on there.
You met one of your boyfriends on there? I think you need to open your shades.
I met all my high school boyfriends on there.
I think you need to open your blinds so your signal could get in. I was just playing. Hey,
I mean, you want me to go buy my Ethernet?
Don't be bagging on my homegirl's internet. He said she on CenturyLink.
My bad, y'all. Sorry. No, we don't have that here. I'm on Spectrum.
Every time you say Spectrum, it mess up. Say SM. Don't say you be like, I'm on Spectrum.
Oh. SM. Okay.
It start with an S and with an M. My baby's so stupid.
Where is my Ethernet?
So you said you coming out here in June, right? Did you say June? What you doing in June? Is it like for business?
No, I'm kidding. Oh. Yes, I'll be there June 14th, 15th.
Does it have something 15th, to do with music?
14th, yes.
Does it have something? I gotta squeeze it out you.
I will be performing with J Mar at Porch Fest in Wallingford.
Hey, speaking of J Mar, we're gonna have him on the 30th. Hold on, let me check. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Okay. Hey man, shout out to y'all that came and rocked with us. Well, I talked to his manager. Next best thing. I think I got an old number for him, actually.
Oh.
So you might have to, you might have to shoot me that because you know that's my Leo partner. Leo's run the world.
He ain't even know. He said he gonna.
Oh, he didn't know. So, oh wow. So Mark didn't tell him.
He knows now though. He'll be there.
Oh no.
This is having.
Okay, so I got we got Screw the Rules, Screw Roy Rice from LA, BT comedian on the 23rd. We got Do for Self, J Mar the Sick and his whole squad on the 30th. And we got my boy
Hey.
Top Flight.
What was it?
I don't know what you just said.
Top Flight. Wait, what?
Yeah, Top Flight. He's a comedian.
Put your fours up. Do for self and 44.
He got he's out of DC, I believe, but he's funny. Oh my God, he's funny. Like he make your stomach hurt funny. This dude's hilarious. I can't wait to have him on the show. And y'all be sure to check out, man, my Roku channel, man. It's called Swing Vision, only on Roku for now, because you know what I'm saying, we grinding up. You feel me? So if you missed this, podcast, you can catch it on the Roku channel, Swing Vision. Y'all check that out, y'all. We doing big things. Fun. Oh, I should have told you that. You signed the waiver, whatever. But Shay, I appreciate you. Next time you're gonna have to get your Ethernet together. You know what I'm saying? I think they was understanding you for the most part. Because when they couldn't, I just repeated what you was trying to say. You feel me? But hey, without you, there'd be no us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here rocking with us. And I appreciate you, girl. So I see you here next week, right?
No, I'm be in Vegas next week.
Well, guess what? As long as you got a cell phone, I see you here next week. Hello. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Big shout out
30th, most definitely.
Shout out to DQ, TP Gates, still keeping it 100. Devon. Who else was on here? I can't see the other platforms. Jeff Scott. Yeah. What's up, baby? Oh, he was in there. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. I'll see y'all next week, Thursday. Holla at ya, boy.
Mood Swing the podcast. You know it's popping like a loud blast. Mood Swing the podcast. You know it's popping like a loud blast. Yeah. Who's ranking radio? We be on this and that, talking about this and that. Waking up just to get to a bag. We live in Seattle. Y'all know where we at. I'm trying to change the color of your mood ring. This a mood swing. This a mood thing. Y'all know how we do things. Mood Swing the podcast.
All right, y'all.
And we pop like a loud blast.
Mood Swing the podcast. Pop like a loud blast. Swing Vision. Let's go. Oh my God.
That's funny.